How has the 4 decades war on drugs, proclaimed by Richard Nixon in hopes of discouraging the production, distribution, and consumption of psychotic drugs, affected modern America's crime rate, the production of such drugs, and what solutions can be brought forward to either fix or dismantle such? Through much propaganda and indoctrination, we have become a society that outright refuses to acknowledge the victims of a great danger and instead prioritizes on sending them to rot in a cell if they had committed a murder or atrocity against humanity. Such atrocity that is considered by many an offense to America is drug abuse. The drug war, proclaimed by Richard Nixon in 1971, hoped to discourage the production, distribution, and consumption of psychotic drugs, use brute force and mass incarceration to shut down both drug cartels and drug supplies. Although many Americans supported such clause after many years of propaganda, such events caused a segregation of both ideologies and races through mass incarceration, a skyrocket in drug usage, and loss of revenue. So therefore, a solution must be proclaimed to either fix or dismantle such strategy. As although I don't advocate drug usage, there are better ways to handle such crises. The drug war was a huge failure, as not only did it cost billions and billions of dollars each year to only keep up, it was a huge failure, as many of those who were arrested were revolutionaries who were against politicians like Nixon. A quote from a top advisor of Nixon states that the drug war was an illusion so that they could arrest anti-war left people and black, as the Vietnam War was at its peak, and therefore many were against politicians like Nixon who supported the war. As not only was this bad enough about the drug war, but it also led the skyrocket of drug usage. The balloon effect, an economy term, explains how if you were to lower the production of such item, it will lead to a higher price and therefore have a higher production of it. How this works is that the drugs are something that are really wanted for, and therefore drug users would always want more. If you were to eliminate those drugs, they would want those drugs no matter what. So the higher price due to the scarcity of such drugs will lead to drug cartels being more invested in such business, as they can now gain a bigger revenue, and therefore they will now produce more drugs, which means that the drug war was a huge failure, as it did the opposite of what it meant to do. Furthermore, it costed billions and billions of dollars each year. That's amazing. How could it have costed so much? Well, it's because drugs are a very hard thing to identify, and even worse are drug cartels. A study found that only 10% of drug cartels have been identified. So the drug war was a huge failure, as it failed to do its job. So, a solution must be proclaimed to fix such tragedy. New Zealand has adopted a system where they give help to those in need and helps them be a functioning member of society, whereas America just sends them to rot in a cell for the rest of their lives. New Zealand has found a 50% drop in both drug users and HIV, as a lot of HIV is traveled through injections, and therefore it spreads. But this method saw a decrease of both drug usage and HIV, which means that this method is a lot better when dealing with drugs than America's method is. So to conclude, America is just bad at what it's doing, and a solution must be proclaimed, and we can look at models such as New Zealand for solutions. So hopefully America can lead forward.